and welcome back. We are here celebrating both the life and the death of Dr. Jerry Haydel, and we can't really do that without talking about all the generations, right? So we're standing here with some of his grandkids, and I got to tell you, he really enjoyed being a grandfather, and so they called him Pops for a reason. But let's go ahead and let's see who we're talking to today.
Hi, I'm Whitney. I'm the oldest grandchild.
I'm Caroline.
And I'm Hannah.
So, very good. So, one of the things I always like to ask people, tell me a little bit about your first memories of Pops. When it is that you remembered or got to know how wonderful he was.
Mine's not necessarily the first memory, but I was living in New Orleans. Katrina happened, and I had to move in with Pops for my senior year at Vanderbilt. And that big sign that they have of his full body out there, I used to sneak out my senior year.
Oh my! So this has now become confessions.
I am Heidi's daughter, so
right.
yeah. So I'd sneak out, and when I'd come back in, that big blow up sign of Pops was in the playroom, and it would scare me. I thought I was caught every time. I'd be coming in, he'd scare me.
Did he ever catch you?
No, he did not catch me, but I did get caught.
Okay, but here's a question: do you think he knew? Do you think he knew?
I think my grandma knew. I think Genevieve knew for sure.
So Miss Jean probably knew, but that also talks a little bit about their relationship, right?
Yeah.
We taking care of my grandgirls. We're taking care of the grandkids. Pops won't have to come down hard on them.
She would just give me like a face and not like really say anything in front of everybody and stern talk me outside of everybody. So.
Gotta love that. That soft hand. All right. What did y'all call her?
Granny.
Granny and Pops. Granny and Pops. Now, for you, I know it's got a lot to do with music. Tell us a little bit about the first time maybe you listened to him play the piano or sing.
Okay, so my name's Caroline, and between him and my Uncle Carl, I could not go to that house without them singing Sweet Caroline. And then I think at one point, I don't remember who it was, but I knocked both of my front teeth out, and he got on the piano for Christmas and made me sing in front of everybody. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth.
Yep.
That's what I remember.
Yeah.
So Sweet Caroline stuck out in your mind, right? Now, here's a question. If you hear it on the radio or if you hear it on a podcast somewhere, what do you think of?
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, and honestly, my Uncle Carl, because he carried on from what my pop said, and every time I went to my cousin's house, they would be like, beep, beep.
So sitting around the piano, listening to Sweet Caroline, however that can be. Let's talk about your first memory.
One of my memories was, it's kind of like a lot of memories, just like Christmas at Pops's. It was like always a tradition, and I just remember him always so happy to see his grandkids, and he always
Passing the gifts out.
Passing the gifts. Yeah, he'd always say, "Come see your pops," and open his big arms, and
he would have an envelope for each one of us. And he'd say, "Caroline, you're my favorite."
And he signed every single one of our Christmas cards. He would hand sign every single one of them.
So he hand signed every one of your cards. And listen, one of the things we've been doing over the course of this day is we've been listening to each of the boys tell the story how they each thought they were the favorite. So I got a question for you. Did he ever tell you were the favorite? I'm just wondering.
I've only heard him say Charlene's the favorite.
Wow.
She repeats it to him over and over.
Okay, so she tried to get him to say, I've heard him say that Jeannie's the favorite.
Jean, too.
Ah, okay. She did it with both of them.
She did.
So did he ever tell you? Do what? Hey, say that again.
I just saw Jeannie messing with my mom.
They're basically all behind us saying we're the favorite.
Oh, right. They're trying to convince us that they're the favorites. What about the favorite grandkid? Is it the one who snuck out and he pretended like she didn't? Is the one that sang Sweet Caroline with Uncle Carl? I'm just wondering.
I think the grandkids were all the same. Yeah.
What a great answer. See, I was trying to set y'all up and it didn't happen. And so
we didn't fight over it like the kids.
I got you. They didn't have to. The grandkids didn't have to do that. Tell me what you remember about maybe one of those family gatherings that wasn't Christmas. What kinds of things did y'all do? What did the grandkids do for fun together?
We played a lot of football in the front yard. We played the trampoline before we got rid of the trampoline. We did the trampoline a lot.
I remember seeing the trampoline.
Lots of food on the ping pong table. Lots of giant buffets of food.
Yeah,
big plates. No tiny plates.
Mardi Gras, we'd watch him on the float.
Actually, that was another favorite thing because Mardi Gras Day, even after he would ride, he would always cook a spaghetti.
Yep,
And we'd
the
go to his
spaghetti.
house. And that's the thing. On Mardi Gras Day, you go to the parade, and then you go to Pops' house for his spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah. And fried chicken on Sundays.
Okay, so fried chicken on.
Yeah.
Okay, Popeye's fried chicken on Sundays. So it's really interesting for somebody who had so much passion, and obviously Pops had a great deal of passion for Mardi Gras. But instead of spending time with those people who are out riding and drinking, he was making a spaghetti for his favorite grandkids, right?
Yep.
And y'all got to spend time with him.
Yep.
So very cool. Tell me about maybe one of your favorite moments as we kind of wrap up here. A favorite moment with Pops.
It would probably be.
Whenever he went to your graduation, that was a good one.
Oh yeah, he
He
did
did go
come
to
to
your
my
graduation.
graduation.
Gotcha.
Or like when he would come see me on grandparents' days. Like I would get so excited.
I love it. Favorite thought about Pops?
Him and my granny Cajun dancing in the living room.
That was mine. You took it.
Yeah, I remember the carpet and everything. I think I remember what my granny was wearing, and we were all the grandkids were
We were
just looking. We're like,
at them like they were gods.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, oh, we want to be that when we grow up.
Yep.
So it's one of the things you wanted to be, right?
Yep.
Oh, we get
He was always dancing.
Always dancing, right? Even if he didn't have music, right?
Yeah.
So what a great way for us to finish, and we appreciate y'all joining us. Thank you so much. I think it's so very important for people to get to know. We know Dr. Jerry, the icon. We know Dr. Jerry, the physician. We know Dr. Jerry, the guy who loved Mardi Gras, but getting to know Dr. Jerry, the grandpa, that's fantastic. A great story and great stories about Pops. Thank you for joining us. Hang tight. And thank you for joining us as we celebrate the life of Dr. Jerry Haydel. And that will do it for us here at HTV. Don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming as we continue.